Hello, and welcome back to Devra's Inattentive Vlogs, where I talk about ADHD and how to handle that as a college student. So today we're going to talk about Connor D. Wolf. Connor is a TikTok creator that I've followed for a long time. Connor makes content about ADHD. A lot of it is just kind of like funny skits and tips and tricks, but there's also a lot of actually really informational content that has helped me put a name to a lot of my symptoms and a lot of the things that I struggled with that I didn't realize were either factors or caused by ADHD. So in this video, and by we, I mean me, are gonna show 2 of Connor's TikToks and kind of break them apart, the good, the bad, all of that, and just kind of analyze his videos. So without further ado, we'll get started.
Yeah, you can swing by.
Cool. I'll see you in like 30 minutes.
30 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, bet. See you then.
Cool. Bye.
Hey man, you still coming over? It's been like 45 minutes.
No, I was never going to come over.
What?
I was cleaning.
Great. Why do you ask?
Dude, it is so funny how you never remember that you told me to call you a couple times a month and tell you I was coming over in like 30 minutes so you'd anxiously clean your entire apartment.
Oh, that's right. I'm a genius.
Definitely a weird approach, but obviously it works.
Works every time. Thanks, man.
I cannot stress enough how accurate this video is. This cleaning hack is something that I've utilized so many times. I like to tell people that it takes me about 7 to 10 business days to put away my laundry. Currently, I'm working on, I think, day 5. So back to the cleaning. So with Connor, I absolutely relate to this. Having people over is a great excuse to start cleaning and to get something done. Anytime I have friends over, especially if it's people over that I don't have, over to my place a lot, and even if I know they're not going to see my room, I clean. Having someone over kind of puts those expectations on yourself that even if they're not true, even if nobody cares what your place likes, you have it in your head that people are going to judge you. And so that pressure from others is a lot of what helps a lot of people with ADHD actually get things done. A lot of the issue with ADHD is self-regulation. It's not that we're lazy or we can't focus, or those kind of things. It's that we lack the ability to regulate. Dopamine is what it is, but regulate those chemicals and those kind of motivations to actually get things done. It is a physical inability to do those things. I'm not lazy. It's not that I just don't want to do it. I physically, and you'll see this in Connor's next video, get almost a sense of like paralysis. I cannot start a task if I don't know where it's going. I get so overwhelmed, I can't do it. Having an outside pressure to help you do something is an incredible way for someone with ADHD to actually get things done.
So you want to survive school, but you have ADHD / I think a couple countries still call it ADD / you just have executive functioning issues. You're in the right place. Step number 1, stop trying to motivate yourself with a brain that can't create its own internal motivation. Instead, focus on momentum. For example, the might as well principle. Might as well do one homework problem. Oh look, your homework's done. All or nothing, baby.
So this momentum thing is something really awesome that Connor touches on a lot. He has a few little phrases that he repeats in a lot of his videos, and one of them is follow the dopamine. It is incredibly difficult, nay, impossible, for people with ADHD to just sit down and get a task done. It will never happen. So when he says follow the dopamine, it means when you get those little bursts of inspiration, follow it.
How did I even remember I had homework? Alarms, reminders, and I don't know, post-it notes, maybe? Now look, your prioritization skills are worse than my grandmother's hip. My advice, attach a time limit to every single thing you do. Brushing your teeth, doing homework, a time limit. Not only does it help you keep track of time, but it also makes prioritizing way easier. Because if you try to prioritize in your brain, boom, ADHD paralysis.
ADHD paralysis, what he just said, is what I mentioned a little bit earlier, that literally physical inability to do something. You can't just sit down and get it done. It will not happen. You are frozen with the task. You just cannot do it. This time limit thing is also an incredible hack. I like to set a timer rule for myself. So if I really have to get some homework done and it's just not happening for me, I'll set maybe a 20-minute timer. Whatever it is that I need to do, 20 minutes of it. As soon as the alarm goes off, I take a break. Sometimes though, I look at the clock and it's an hour later and I'm pretty much done with the assignment, or I've just done more than I needed to do. So it's a really great hack to get things done in little increments, or if you need to trick yourself into actually doing more.
Okay, tip number whatever. Since your brain is a wild animal in constant search of stimulation, you gotta make the boring interesting. Try and swerve your research essay into talking about your current hyperfixation. Buy new colored pens. Body double. Invite your friend over.
Body doubling. This is one of those symptoms I never knew was a thing of ADHD until I started watching Connor's videos. The best way I know to explain it is when you have someone else in the room to do the thing with you, or if you're in a space with someone else. It's almost as if they're taking the distractions off you. It's easier to do your homework assignment when someone else is in the room doing their homework. It's easier to put the dishes away when your roommate is sitting in the kitchen eating a snack. You know, when someone else is there to not even necessarily monitor you, not to tell you to do it, just to be another physical presence in the room.
Switch location. Go to the library. I don't care, but you gotta keep it fresh. I'll probably make a part 2.
So I know that video ended pretty abruptly, but Connor does have a bunch of different parts for these school tips and little ADHD hacks and other things on his TikTok channel. Overall, Connor, I think, is a really, really great example of how to manage ADHD for college students, but also just anyone in general. And in the end, this has been tips and tricks that help me and some analysis of Connor D. Wolf's TikToks. Go follow him if you want to watch more content like that. And if you're someone who struggles with ADHD, I hope this video has helped you out and inspired you to help you manage your ADHD. And if you're someone who thinks you might struggle with ADHD, go find a medical professional if you want to go through official diagnostic testing. And I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, night, afternoon, evening, 2 in the morning, 3 p.m., procrastination time, anything that you might be going through, and have a wonderful rest of your time.